You guys are all about maximizing gains right, making the most of your workouts.
Yeah.
And today, we're diving into something that might be holding you back.
Especially if you're plant-based.
Especially if you're vegan or plant-based.
We're talking creatine.
Creatine.
Uh-huh.
We found some fascinating stuff in a recent study.
Nutrition and metabolism.
Yeah, nutrition and metabolism. They found that vegans
Tend to have
way lower creatine stores, like 40% lower
40% lower.
than meat eaters. And that's a big deal,
Huge.
especially when we're talking about
Muscle growth.
muscle growth.
Strength gain.
Yeah,
Break
because
up.
creatine plays a vital role in how our muscles produce energy.
Especially during those really intense workouts.
Yeah.
If you're,
So if your creatine stores are low,
yeah, you might.
you're not going to see the same result.
Exactly.
You're going to be
Leaving gains on the table.
leaving gains on the table.
And it all comes back to ATP.
That's your muscle.
It's your muscle's primary energy source.
primary energy source.
Right, and creatine helps regenerate that
During those
intense
Yeah.
bursts
Yeah, those like
when you're really pushing it.
yeah. So but the thing is
Most creatine,
it comes from
dietary creatine,
yeah.
comes from meat.
So
So if you're not eating meat,
if you're vegan,
you're not getting as much.
yeah,
Your body does make some.
It does synthesize some.
But it's usually not enough to get you
to those same levels.
to those same levels as omnivores.
Right. So how do we bridge that gap?
Right.
Right.
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, sure.
And the study actually,
It does dive into that.
it talks about solutions.
Yeah.
And it's not just about
Any old creatine.
just grabbing any creatine supplement. And it's not just about
eating more plants.
eating more plants.
Right.
Right.
It's about finding something specific. And the study actually highlights a particular product. Naked Pure Micronized Creatine Monohydrate.
Now this
isn't your average creatine.
it's not just
This is specifically for...
it's vegan,
It's unflavored.
unflavored.
It's non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free.
It's ticking all the boxes.
Ticking all the boxes. For
Okay.
people, if you're plant-based,
Yeah, you'll not get
you know you're not going to have any issues with this.
no weird ingredient.
And it's micronized, which means that the particles are tiny,
Super tidy.
so your body can absorb it
Way easier.
way easier. Yeah, it's like...
It's like imagine a fine powder dissolving
Right.
way more easily
Exactly.
than like a chunky one.
Makes sense for you.
Yeah. And it comes in a 500-gram package,
Which is
100 servings.
100 servings.
So that should last you a while.
That'll last you a while.
And it seems like a really straightforward way to
Yeah, to close that gap.
close that 40% gap without
Without all the junk.
all the
Yeah.
fillers and stuff.
Yeah, you're not, you're getting pure creatine monohydrate.
Exactly. That's it.
So if you are vegan and you're really serious about,
Your performance.
your gains, ask yourself, are you doing everything you can to...
Optimize those creatine levels.
Yeah, because this study definitely shows that it's something that
You got to be mindful of.
you got to be mindful of.
Oh, sure.
So the takeaway here is if you're vegan and you've been feeling...
Yeah, like something's missing.
Yeah, or if you just want to make sure you're
You're not missing out.
covering all your bases.
Right.
This deep dive
This is it.
gives you a very specific option,
It's solution.
a solution.
Yeah.
Not just broad recommendations.
Exactly.
This is like,
This is the thing.
this is the thing.
That's the thing to try.
And our source is pretty direct about it.
Right.
They say, buy now, link is in the description.
Yeah, they want you to
Close the gap.
close the gap and
Elevate your performance.
elevate your performance. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, I get it. Get rid of that nutritional FOMO.
Nobody wants to feel like they're
Right.
missing out on something
Especially when
it could be.
it could be impacting.
Besting your gains.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So as you're thinking about this, think about how optimizing
Even just one nutrient
even just one nutrient like creatine
to make a huge difference.
can really make a huge difference in your fitness journey,
Yeah.
and especially if you're plant-based.
Especially if you're plant-based.
What else can we be doing?
Right. What other things could we be tweaking
The optimized
to get the most out of our workouts?
right.
I think that's a conversation.
That's a whole other
deep dive.
we will
A whole other deep dive.
do that one next time.
We'll do that one next time. But for now,
Yeah.
thanks for diving in with us. Always a pleasure.
And keep pushing those limits.
Keep pushing those limits.
See you guys next time.
See ya.